Baby, 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 I wanna take you home. Let me take you home tonight. Show you only a good time. Told you we gon' take it slow. Be there through the highs and lows, so baby.
Tell me what you really want to, baby girl, I'm a down-ass fool.
So what you wanna do?
Tell me what you really want to. I told you I'ma keep the shit true.
And I'ma
Tell
keep
me,
it
little
true.
Hannah, what it do? What's the move tonight? I'm tryna get you by my side and we gon' do it right. I told you, baby, I ain't nothing like the rest. I never been a phony or a chump like your ex. Cause shawty, you a queen, yeah, you need a real king. Started up computer love when I seen you on my screen. And baby, I'm a fiend when you drop it to the flow. I see you all the time, so what's the deal? Take a stroll. You can hit me on the low if you wanna keep it quiet. I keep my lips shut, cause the G moving silence. I'm smoking on some chronic, but I like to call her Yeska. And she be on my mind even when I first met ya. But girl, I wouldn't sweat her. I take her as a blessing. She takes us straight to heaven, to Almighty, but not heaven. So come and take a chance on my whole last vibe. I'm nothing like these fools playing with you all the time, so come
Let me
ride.
take you home tonight. Show you only a good time. Told you we gon' take it slow. Be there through the highs and lows, so baby.
Tell me what you really want to, baby girl, I'm a down-ass fool.
So what you wanna do?
Tell me what you really want to. I told you I'ma keep the shit true.
And I'ma keep it true.
Baddie with no panties, everything I say is true. She in love with a soldier, she like how I play it cool. She get shy when I'm around, so I gotta make the moves. With my hands up on her hips, we locking lips to set the mood. No matter what I do, she stay down with no problems. It took a little time and now she finally see the progress. Money on my mind, but I'm shooting her deposits. Baby, stay fine, give me head like passing knowledge. Never leave me lonely, always show me that she down. If we invest in any paper, then it's coming back around. I really like the fact she keeps me focused here at times. Cause when I get to tripping, I can lose what's on the line. And that's all real talk. I would never trade shorty cause she all that I want. Whether they like it or not, baby, real ride or die till the wheels fall off.
Let me take you home tonight. Show you only a good time. Told you we gon' take it slow. Be there through the highs and lows, so baby.
Tell me what you really want to, baby girl, I'm a down-ass fool.
So what you wanna do?
Tell me what you really want to. I told you I'ma keep the shit true.
And I'ma keep it true.
Yeah, hey. As a jet, I admit, I had a problem. At the dice, getting ready to rob some. When I get this bag, can't tell pops where I got it from. Hide it in the stash, grab my house right in Brian's room. She like, I can smell the scent on your clothes. I can really see what you want. The same thing your cousin was on. The same thing your brother is on. I'm like, shit, I'm just trying to get on. Feeling like I ain't did enough. Ain't nobody calling, ain't nobody picking up. Trying to double back from this loss. I've been fucking up this bag in the blood and cut me off. How you a boss, but you ain't did what a worker did. How you a boss, but you can't explain what a work is. You just talk a lot of shit and try to seem tough. I know some little niggas sliding shit for V-Bucks. So if it's up, then it's up. No need for the discussion. They just hit me up like fame, I need a little something. You don't wanna be the one to catch the walk down. Little business, spin this bitch and lay it all down. I can't slow down, I gotta go fast. Every time I think about tick, I know I can't crash. Screaming rich forever, cause the work will make it last. If it ain't about to tear the bitch, you know I'm how you moving, bitch, I'm moving with the same drillers. Bitch, I move like Max Payne off the painkillers. Don't approach me with that shit, bro, I don't know y'all. Make a movie with these sticks like a Modo. Mix it in my cup and what I'm sipping, bitch, that straight raw. R.I.P. to take off. I know a couple goofy show you a million ways to get wrong. Mixing their scam, throw on top of the scale. Then my plan is working, hope nobody
Now
goes
that rich for this chain, whip out stick on them. And if the police get behind me, I'ma dip on them. Nigga, I just pulled a phone, bout to sip on it. And I was born a made man, ain't no big homies. Ain't got time for broke hoes, I don't need you. Playing about my blue faces, I'ma bleed you. I thought bro was rock solid, he was see-through. And I'm at war with myself, I hope I beat him. I've been beating up that road, getting to that bag. Let a nigga try to play, we get on his ass. I'm the hardest out of Kansas, I bet my last. Bitch, my aim real good, I'll shoot off your lash. Niggas got a lot of clout, but ain't got no cash. Bad bitch with no titties, but she got some ass. Beat your mama from the back, I might be your dad. She gon' sock it to my pocket when she makes some cash. She owe me bad.
And we're back, everybody. That's right. Project Jurkk is back, presented by the Teddy Murphy Project and Famo Nation Forever Radio. Everybody, we are back with the Jurkk. Y'all know who the hell I am. I'm Teddy Murphy, the head nigga in charge. And y'all know who this man is. Go ahead and say your name, Famo.
Shit, man, y'all know who's Jurkk, man. It's the Mr. Baby King 1033. So I see that's me. You
Already,
dig?
everybody.
Hey, we all.
Yeah.
You got me?
I got you, Famo. I got you. Go ahead and continue.
Can you hear me, Famo?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, man. What's Jurkk, man? Say salute, man. Appreciate it. Hey, glad to be back on Project Jurkk, man. We live, man. Y'all already know what it is. Representing Famo Nation forever, man. And everything under the umbrella. Let's get it.
Already, y'all. And y'all know, me and the Mister got on the air last week, and we really talked that shit last week on Family Nation Forever Radio. And one of the things that we're talking about, because we got a big event coming up Saturday, July 20th, down at the Famo Nation Forever Radio compound. That's right, everybody. I'm coming to Oklahoma, and I'm bringing some people with me. It's Most Hated War Games, and I just didn't bring Kansas artists. I didn't bring artists and comedians from Wichita and Kansas City or Solana or Hutchinson. I had to go into Oklahoma, and I did get me some hard hitting heavy hitters. Pow Gang down in Oklahoma City making a lot of headways down between Oklahoma and Texas. So they coming to the compound as well, and we going kicking. But the thing that we want to talk to y'all about tonight is performance royalties. Now the Mister and our affiliate, Deeper Entertainment, big shout out to Dice and the crew up in South Dakota.
Big shouts out. Salute.
Now, Famo, you have been working with a lot of artists across the globe, and you've been teaching people about performance royalties. Go ahead and tell these artists and people that are watching live on Facebook Watch and on YouTube on both of our pages on Facebook and YouTube. about performance royalties and how much better that is than basically going out and hustling tickets and everything else.
Well, man, the thing about with your performance royalties, man, first off, when people hear about that, they think a major bag. Now, it ain't you ain't gonna get your major bag, but this is the thing, depending on the venue size and the people in attendance. And I just give you an example, man, for somebody that I'm plugged in, one of my connections that works with a lot of artists and puts them on tours. Where the certain tours that he's on, man, is a popular tour, more like a festival. Well, for the time that he was there, man, like some payouts would equal up to a couple $100, but by the end of the tour, he ended up making $5,000 off of those performance royalties. Now, some of them, man, I know is as less and as low as a couple dollars. Some of them are more higher, but it all depends on the venue and the venue space and the people in attendance. Now, the reason why you want to go ahead and start registering them, man, is to get yourself in there because that's still royalties that are for you as an artist, right? So you want to be able to get yourself in the mood to where everything that you doing is in line to where you going. And if the majors are doing it or if others is doing it and they getting paid and they getting their money, there's no sense for you to be missing out on that money. Now, I know a lot of artists, man, perform consistently, and this is where a key comes in too. Like I said, it might not be a big bag of what you see the rappers holding on their music videos and those type of things, but if you perform it consistently, especially in your local area, and you at a registered venue and you registering that every time, what you're gonna want to do that after your performance. So after you go into your registered venue and you do your performance, you want to set that up the next day, go into your BMI, your ASCAP, or whichever one you register with, and you want to register that performance. But you want to find out, make sure that that venue is a registered venue. A lot of people, had contacted me when we had put this out there and started talking about it like, oh man, but the bag ain't that big, the bag ain't that big. Yeah, man, but it all counts and it's all your money. So that's just like saying you performing, right? And you leaving money that's owed to you, but you just leaving it out there. You just leaving it out there and you ain't even worried about it. Rather than you can have that money, you can stack that money, let it grow, spend it, do whatever you want to do with it. But when you register also too, this is what happens. That song that you're performing, you're going to register that song that you're performing at that performance. So now all of that is in the system, and that system is going to figure out how much you get your paid and your payouts. But now it's in the system that you perform that song at that venue, right? So once you keep doing that, you train yourself and you've been doing that in the system, all of that is being tracked. Now, for the people who are not doing it, then none of your performances are in that system. None of your performances was being tracked because you never did submit any of your information. So it could look in the system like you ain't been performing at no registered venues, and you might have been. Even for DJs too. It ain't just for artists. It's for DJs. Any DJ, man, if you DJing at a registered venue, you should be registering your performance. If you a DJ also, man, you should be registering your performance because that's inside of the royalties that you are supposed to get. So you got more than just your streaming royalties and those type of things. Your performance royalty is one of the royalties inside that. So the goal is to get all of them. You know what I mean? Not just leave this one out, leave that one out. The goal, Famo, is to get, if that's your money, and it don't matter if it's $10, $20, it don't matter. That's your bread, right? And you get yourself into doing that. And then when you go and perform at that concert, at that festival, and it is a registered venue, a registered space, man, then look at that. That's why I said tours artists gotta add tours into they planning, gotta start hitting the road, doing more shows in different places, looking and finding what venues are registered venues when you're talking with your promoters. You know what I mean? That's not saying don't book at venues that's not registered, but at least ask. Yeah, but at least ask. You know what I mean? And then don't be afraid to ask, because these are some things that's not always pushed up to the front because everybody looks for that multi-million-dollar bag. But this is a bag that's your bag as an artist and as a DJ, even the promoter. And I can tell you right now, for a promoter, if you are a promoter and you're an artist, or you're a promoter and you're a DJ, then once you go to that venue, perform your song. You might be a promoter. Put yourself on that show for one slot, one song, and just perform your one song. Next day, register that, man, and you're gonna get that bag as well. Now, I'm gonna give you that's just a piece of game I'm gonna give you. So even though you're a promoter, you're gonna be winning, however you win too. You could also get in there, perform your set, register your set, man, as a registered artist, and then you off in the game as well. But ain't no
That's the
Famo. They ain't trying to
that,
teach nobody. You feel me? They want to give them
no,
the
they
water,
know.
man,
And
but they gotta drink it.
we got Mr. Me So Heavy on here. Big shout out to your famo.
Salute, man.
He just commented, he said, same as royalty and streaming royalties, famo. Preach. That is true.
Man,
And
salute. Salute to
artists,
the Famo, man. Big Famo.
yeah, that's big famo. Artists,
Yeah.
comedians. We're trying to teach y'all the game. And we get shitted on for telling y'all the truth. And then when we get the results, you're like, oh shit, I should have listened. What are
Man.
some other ways? And what are some other ways, that these artists, basically, because we know a lot of artists. We know
Right.
way too many artists. We have interviewed way too many. We have been a part of many shows with many artists.
Right.
What are these artists that have been doing this, say, in the last 5 years? What are these artists missing?
Man, for just from my point of view, man, and from the people that I talk to, man, and people that I'm networking with and doing business with, the game now has kind of shift, right? And you done heard people say this: you can make great music, you could be the best rapper, best singer, best artist, all that good stuff, man, and it might not just pan out for you, and then you might not be the most popular, right? And then it can pan out for you, but being in your shell limits a lot of people. The goal is always the most, right? So you want to reach the most, you want to touch the most, and you want to be everywhere that you think you ain't supposed to. That's where you want to be, man. You want to be able to put yourself out there. Thing that limit a lot of people is you got to go to some of these spots that is generating that jerking, man, that's generating that motion. You got to brush shoulders with them people. You got to get them connections. You got to go put yourself in there. Now, and I know a lot of people went down to the Southwest by Southwest. Big shouts out to everybody, man, that went down there. It's an amazing
I did.
experience.
I
Yeah,
did.
Felmo went
I
down there,
fucking went.
man. I know a lot of people, man, that's been going. That's something that's been going on for a long time. So, what I've seen though is a lot of artists make sure they make that one. But then for the rest of the year, they're not doing another trip like that of equal significance. And I feel like that's where a drop off is. That right there should prepare you and should motivate you to get up and make that something normal to where you're going and putting yourself around these type of things. Now, everybody can't get up and hit the highway. Everybody ain't got the funds. Everybody's life's not set up for that. So that's why this beautiful thing of technology and social media come in, man. Sometimes you got to network, and then you got to talk to these people. You got to learn from these people, but also that's putting you and your brand in front of these people that you might not be reaching on a normal basis, right? So you're meeting new people, man. I've been putting certain things out on my social media, man, just a few rules to help people out there, man. Some things that I go by to keep me on the diverse and keep me on the up and up. And that's one thing that I learned, man. If you can make Southwest by Southwest as an artist, salute out to you. Also start hitting other things. You got Atlanta, man. You got St. Louis. You got Kansas City. You know what I mean? You got Texas. You got Colorado. You got Cali. You got New York. You got Louisiana. You got all of these places, man. Louisiana, the boot, man. You got the Carolinas, Florida, Oklahoma. You got all of these different
Vegas.
states, right? Yeah, so
Vegas.
Vegas, yeah, big stats out, man. Big Swiss right down there now in Vegas, man. Performance down there for 3 days, getting it in, man. And that's another thing I'll be trying to tell artists is people out here that's grabbing opportunities. I can't tell you the best way for you to make it, but I can share information and whatever I've learned, somebody done taught me or what I done sit and paid attention to, and I can share that. And if it helps you, right? So Stop limiting to yourself, man. You gotta get
Right.
out there. The game is the most. Work the resources that you can. If you have resources in your area, resources on your friends list, don't matter if they only got 1,000 people on their list, whatever, man. Your goal is to put yourself and your product in front of the most people that you can so it can be beneficial for you in the long run. It's rappers, man, who then started on SoundCloud and had and built themselves up to 2 million followers on SoundCloud and end up turning into a major record deal, man. And RIP to all the fallen soldiers out there. Some of those major artists passed away, but some of them, still going. But if you go do your research for artists, because a lot of artists fell back off SoundCloud, but them 2 million followers that those artists built up on SoundCloud led over and brought them so much more. Brought them so much more, man. So just like you can hit Southwest by Southwest, put that same energy and that same mindset, man, into your networking, into you getting up, man, putting yourself in different zones around different people, because there's different opportunities out there. And if you limit yourself, man, you'll never be exposed to them. Let's just be real. We're just gonna be
That's
real,
real.
man. We ain't gonna be fake. We're gonna be real. It'll be 10 years and you'll
Mhm.
still be stuck in the same position, man. And nobody in the state next to you, or even you won't even have a direct plug to the state next to you. And I tell people this, man, if you really want to know where you really at, you dig, as far as in moving around, if you can't go to the next state over and be put on a show or be put on an opportunity, you need to grit. You need you got to get your gritting up, man. And that don't mean you can use social media. You can use social media and technology. But for artists in 2024, man, you got to go hard, man. You got to go
You do.
hard. Building your buzz is everything. People get it mixed up. A lot of people look at social media and they take it for the negative. Where if you ain't got no buzz, man, a lot of companies are not even paying attention to you. If you ain't really making a lot of noise, man, a lot of people are not paying attention to you. You could be what some consider trash and some consider mediocre. But if you building a buzz and your buzz is popping, your buzz is lit, you did, because you can't be Jurkk unless you come with us. But if your buzz is doing that, man, that right there alone can bring you so much, man, that others have been fighting for 10, 20, 30 years. Your buzz can bypass, and that's how the game is now, man. You got to get your buzz up. And that don't mean just in your city. I'm gonna let you talk, Phil, but I'm gonna say this because that's one thing I used to hate. Well, I ain't gonna say hate, but I did not like for people to say is, "Oh, you got to blow up in your spot first before somebody else." But that's false
Bullshit.
because we don't all come from areas that's gonna work. Some of us come from areas where you got to do what you got to do while you there, and then you got to go touch some other soil. You got to go brush
Yeah.
some shoulders with some other people, man, and get blessed in the game, some knowledge, learn some, and start mingling, man, because certain areas you at just don't have what you need to keep going up the ladder. And you're going to fight yourself for the
Exactly.
rest of your career, man. And I'm almost 40 years old. I didn't watch artists, man, my age do this for years and years, man. And just now figuring some of this stuff out. And other artists shouldn't have to go through that, man. But they can if they want to. Go ahead, Femo. What you thinking?
Right. And Famo, we know our journeys because our journey parallel. We were
Yeah.
down in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah.
We basically changed that damn city's mentality, but what we were doing at the same time is that we were touching other cities. We were
Yeah.
rubbing elbows with other people. And
Right.
speaking of South by Southwest, I went down there. Like
Right.
I
Right.
literally went down there, y'all, and they shout out to Making It Magazine down in Atlanta, Georgia. They wanted the
Salute.
Teddy Murphy Project down there. I went to my media event March 17th, and I
Mhm.
touched hands. I shook hands with people from Minnesota, Colorado, Chicago, New York, Louisiana,
Right.
in those places. And the interviews were on Facebook and on YouTube, by the way,
Yeah, I
everybody.
know
They're
I
all
caught
over
I know I
social
caught some
media,
of them too.
on TikTok too. And big shout out to my main man, Pretty Boy Eron. He's on here
Yeah, man.
watching.
Salute.
South Dakota. Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Man, big shot. You
I've
know, I
been it
love South
twice.
Dakota, man. Salute.
I've
We got
done
a
it
lot of
twice.
love for Dakota, man.
I got a lot of love in South Dakota. Just went to St.
Uh,
Joe. Me and Pretty Boy Elon just rocked the motherfucking show in St. Joe last week. What's
that's
up,
what's
my
up.
G? What's up, my G? We rocked that show,
Gotta
and
say salute out to Rapid City too, man. Salute out to Rapid City. They been rocking with us
representing
for some years, man, like over
right.
decades. Big shots out
We
to 'em.
and I'm touching these places. You
Yeah,
know, I'm touching Sioux Falls. I'm touching Orlando, Florida. I'll be in Orlando, Florida, August 24th. I'm
right.
touching a lot of these places. Hell, I'm even touching places here in my own hometown. Mr.
Yeah,
Meat,
man.
because Mr. Meat So Heavy, you already know how it is here in the town in Kansas City. You can't mingle with everybody in your damn city, people. You
It's
gotta
true.
branch out. You gotta
Yeah.
branch out. What did Joe Budden say? Why try to fit in when you stand out?
And even if you do in your area, man, even if you is rocking in your area, you got everybody in your area rocking with you, man. That's wonderful. You know what I mean? That's great. But how often do we see people that are very, very talented, man, got the local, they area rocking with them real heavy, but then don't never make it to that next level? You know what I'm saying? Like they rocking in their area.
You gotta
Sometimes
branch out.
they might have their whole state behind them. You dig? And that just might where it be. That it might not go nowhere farther than that, but that's it. Now, and if you're talking about trying to, cross over to the industry level, man, and get to them M's that type of way, you could do that independently, or you could do that with a deal, with a major. But either way, both of them, even when you do get signed, you don't have to they're gonna get you out there. That's why artists get up
Mhm.
and go and tour and go hit these other cities. Even when you major, you get on tours. And the point about them tours is because you going across them markets. They got markets set up, man. And I tell people, look up the hottest cities. If you in hip hop, whatever genre music you in, look up the hottest states and hottest cities for those. Look up those locations and see where those hot spots is. This will give you an idea of why people book certain tours, certain concerts, and things like that in these areas, because those are the areas that's considered the hot areas of hip hop. It might be the hot areas like Nashville with country. So these are areas, man, that you want to start being in more. And if you can't physically be there, then guess what? Just like we on this show right now, man, go hop on these people's podcasts, man. Go hop on these radio shows. You might not rock with the host. You might not like the radio show, but this is where you got to play the game. See, we come up from an era where it's called gritters. And what we was taught was, hey, it's more than one way to skin a cat, right? And don't be out there skinning no cats. We ain't saying no hurt no animals. We ain't even don't like
Yeah,
cats.
no
Don't
Michael
hurt no
Vick.
animals. We
No
talking
Michael
about the
Vick.
problem. We talk about the roadblocks in your life. But just because you don't like somebody, don't stop yourself from winning, gaining, or forward progression. Because in this game, you gonna meet a lot of people that can help you, a lot of people that's gonna be able to throw you a bone, and you personally is not gonna like them. You ain't gonna like nothing personally about them, right? But doing business with them, man, can just help you gain. And that's what you got to be thinking for, because it's business. Now, if you in this for a hobby, I know a lot of people say, hey, man, I do this for the love. Salute. Keep doing it for the love, man. A lot of people got bills. A lot of people got kids. A lot of people got responsibilities. And they talents that they're using is to take care of themselves, their family, and the people around them. So, and I respect all the gritters out there that's doing it for that reason as well, because a lot of us is doing it to get paid. But at the same time, if you don't know and you ain't pushing, then you can sit back and just wait on that. You wait on that one number to be called out that hat. Maybe it's gonna be you, or maybe it's gonna be the other million people that's in the hat with you. So that's what I say, man. Go get it, because on any level, even when you make it to be a major, we didn't seen it. You can't stop. You can't hustle less. You can't not go to interviews. You can't not show up to be performing. We just seen Tyrese cut out on 3 shows. Big shouts out Tyrese, but we just seen Tyrese cut out on 3 shows, get on the plane and leave one of his concerts. because of, personal issues and stuff like that, and the fans was left all in all, and these is type of things that's going on.
They served it with a $10 million
Yeah,
lawsuit.
yeah. But think about it. We ain't on Tyreek's level. So we can't get
Nope.
away with something like that. You dig? We make a move to like that, it could be detrimental to our careers. So all I would say, man, is I think the hustle, man, had went away in the game. And I'm not talking about people ain't getting money and all of this type of things, man, but in 2024, and if you don't even know that you got certain codes that tag along with your music, you behind the game mentally, man. And the money gonna get you so far. But then when you run into them people that got that brain, they gonna beat you out of your money. You gonna get your money and you gonna be happy with your money. But they gonna be sitting in the back happy too. Cause they taking money that you don't even know they taking from you, because you ain't smart enough to know they taking it from you. Because you don't know what you're supposed to be getting. Yeah, so learn the
Exactly.
business. Learn the business, man.
Exactly.
A lot of artists, all of us, we get in the game before we know the business. Take time, learn the business as much as you can, man, because you don't want to always rely on what the next man is going to tell you or what the next man is going to show you. You want to be able to know these things for yourself and listen to the feedback you can get from others and make a best decision, man. But without going searching for the knowledge, you're going to be lost. It's 2024. The game done already changed. Y'all done seen the takedowns. And we was talking about this in 2023 about the copyrights and everything. And folks thought we didn't know what we was talking about, like we wasn't really plugged in with the industry. Everything we said happened. And it happened exactly like we was telling folks. Ain't nobody playing, man. Like, it's a lot of things that's getting ready to change in the game. It's been changing in the game. And if you're not up on your education and your knowledge, you're going to get left out.
Exactly. And for artists, I want you to remember this: the code of BMF. And I did watch the TV show, and I actually read the books, and I understand the story of Big Meech and Southwest T.
Yeah.
See it,
Salute out to
touch
BMF
it,
too, man. It's the family.
see it, touch it, obtain it. They
Yeah.
learned that selling drugs, and they parlayed it into the rap game. Like they were America's most wanted, pretty much. But it
Yeah.
worked. It worked because it helped artists like Jeezy. It helped those artists grow. And artists, when I tell you guys this, when I tell these artists when they look me up for shows and stuff too, I tell them straight up, I don't negotiate with hobbyists. Why?
That's real.
Because it's a thing. You know, I
That's
can
real.
see you got hot music, but how are you pushing your music? How are you promoting yourself? How are you doing on these shows? There's
And
artists that are putting
yeah,
out
I
music
feel
that like
you.
there's artists that put music out 5 years ago and got other motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck they doing promoting it and not getting any type of views whatsoever. You
Yeah.
know, I told Danielle Deanda at South by Southwest. She's got a hit song called Body Conversation that has been played on both of our podcasts
Yeah.
worldwide, and that came out in 2022. We have the followers. She
Yeah.
has a song called Hands on Me,
And see
and
that
that
that's
was
a
done in
big thing too.
2019. That
Well,
was a
that's a
song that was
big
done in
thing too, man, with
2019.
streaming. Streaming,
Mm-hmm.
streaming, streaming is a gift and a curse, man, because before it was streaming like it is, folks were selling them CDs, man. Folks was getting CDs out the
Playing
trunk.
CDs and
Folks were
tapes.
selling CDs at the stores. It didn't matter when you going out to get something to eat. It was an artist right there. Hey man, $5, man, go my CD, right? So now they're relying on the streams. But the thing about that is, here's a hook, man, that a lot of people don't pay attention to. It's a lot of opportunities out there for you as artists, content creators, etc., to be able to charge a fee to even access your work. So, like, say you got it up on Spotify, man, and I got a free account. I'm going there to your music, and you're gonna get your percentages, that or whatever. Now, what if I was going to your platform, and I'm trying not to give out the game too much. If I was going to your platform and I'm a monthly subscriber, or, I had to pay that $2, what I mean, to access that song or something, then where that money going to? Who hands is in your pocket then? You know what I mean? You might got a little tax percentage. Like one of the payouts I get, I think it takes out so much of it. So like out of $50, I probably get 48. You know what I mean? Out of the 50, I get $48. So if that's available to you, and we've seen what the streaming services is doing. We've seen what they about. We've seen the direction that they going to. So if it's other options out there for you to be able to put that price tag on your bread, on your music and your product, that's what we got to start doing. You dig? But ain't nobody gonna keep just giving the free game out there. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing. A lot of people like to get the game and run off and don't even get salute. Be like, hey man, you know what? I heard this on such and such damn show. They were talking about it. Nah, man. But artists, wake up. Y'all and the streaming services ain't just the only place you want to go. It's platforms out there, man. Y'all could be putting a price tag on your music. So when they click on it, man, they going to pay what you put that price tag on there for them to listen to your music and get your money. Yeah, get your money, man. Yeah, that's one of them. That is one of them, man. And it's a lot of them out there. It's also platforms that are not heavily pushed in the United States of America. And see, I've been up on this, man, for the past over 10 years, man. It's platforms out there that are designed for their locations. Whatever country, whatever region, they have platforms out there designed to reach their people. So yeah, we might think Spotify, all of these type of things, which I think is what Spotify, Apple Podcasts is like the top two. So, of course you want to be on there.
Tidal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Tidal. Of course, you want to be on there. But if you don't even know that it's platforms out there that have a estimate of 504 million users, and you not on there to even reach one of them, yeah, I think you would want to reach at least what 1,000 people in that 504 million users. It's platforms out there that have millions of users that other people are not even mentioning on social media. That's because you got to go do the work, man. You got to go do the work and go find that information out, man. And you can run your bag up.
Now, Famo,
so that's why I'm like you, Famo. So when people say they serious and these type of things, I be having to catch myself, man, because it's different levels to the game, and your level of seriousness might be the level of seriousness to somebody else. Somebody else's level of seriousness, it might be everything they doing is everything they can do. Your level of seriousness is doing everything you can do and finding out what more you can do. And that's what I had to come to realize.
An artist, I'm gonna be 100K with this. And I told Homegirl this. She sung the song Hands on Me at South by Southwest. Mid reviews. Now, months before this, we did a show in St. Joe. Now she showed the video too. She did Body Conversation and that shit went viral. Like on TikTok and Facebook.
That's what's up.
And what I'm teaching you artists is this. When somebody like me or the Mister has a platform and we know how to market your music, whether it's your song, whether it's a performance video, or it's just you doing an interview, we know how to market you. It's because we understand the assignment, we know the algorithm. And this is why we have so much coming to us. This is why we have magazines reaching out to us to be, part of their teams. This is why we have corporations wanting to, work with us. Why we have businesses.
You gotta put yourself out there, man.
Working
like being a brand ambassador. Yeah, being a brand ambassador and having connections to companies and different connections, man, that's a part of the game, man. Like them is boss moves, man. Like I know people with a lot of money, man, and got no connections. You dig? Like I know people that got pockets full of money, you dig, and they connections are broke connections. Like they connections don't even know no game. They can't even put them in a position to win. So that's not really a plug. You dig? You need plugs. You need connections, man. Sometimes in this this game, it's about who you know. And if you don't know no dang body, man, how can you ever expect to be in a room full of people that want to know you? You got to get out there, man. Like, we gonna quit. We got to get out there, man. Like, you got to put yourself out there. I've been watching this for so long, man. Like, even people that's connected, like, I've been working with different companies and getting payouts for over 13 years. And I've watched artists, and it's not no knock, man. I'm motivating because this is a bag they can get, man, because they got way more followers, way more content that's popping than what I push out, but they don't get none of the opportunities that I get. They don't come across none of the companies that want to work with them like the companies that want to work with me and people like that. And I'm no better than them. It's just that I've applied myself in different positions like other people have, right? So it's a lot of artists right now with your friends count on your Facebook. Say you on Facebook with your friend count on Facebook. That right there can get you a opportunity to be a brand ambassador. Now, you might get paid money and then you might get you some product, right? But add that company to your list, man. And it's other people out there, man, companies that'll rock with you and what you doing. But we keep worrying. But the most thing is the man to this side, the man to this side. No, man, if it's companies, 20 companies looking for artists or influencers, these type of things, why are you not getting that bag? Why are you not getting those opportunities? Because you want everything that's going to help boost your buzz and your brand. That's what you want to be stepping into. You want to be preparing yourself for when you get to that big time, you can strap up and go out there and play with the big time. But what's going to happen is you're going to get a major interview opportunity, like say the Breakfast Club or something like that. You're going to get on that opportunity and you're going to fumble your words. You're going to miss out key information that you're supposed to say in an interview because you ain't been trained how to talk. So these are some of the things you got to learn, man. I don't want artists to get choked off from the game. Prepare yourself, man. It ain't all about being the clout and all that. You better learn the business.
I've seen all that shit at South by Southwest. Like, when these people that are
gotta
in
know
there,
how to even conduct, you gotta know how to even answer questions.
They're going to ask you some questions. And if you're in the game and you're not knowing what you need to know, you can be a vet and you're not knowing what you need to know. You don't know how to answer that question.
Man.
Basically, what that means is this: you ain't ready. That means you haven't been taught the game.
It's a lot of different levels, man.
You're playing. You're trying to basically. When these people ask you these questions, we're going to ask you the same question as this because we play chess. When you fumble your words, they're going to know that you play checkers.
Yeah, they're going to know. They go know, man. And for yourself, you want to know what key information that you make sure you put out there anytime you doing an interview for, that's helping you with your brand or whatever. It's key information about yourself that you should make sure you put out there before you walk out, either when you come in or when you walk out. You want to get those key things out there. Now, I say this too, man. Managers, good managers. A lot of artists and people need managers because this whole I can be independent artist and I can do everything on my own and I don't need no label and I don't do this. That ain't working for everybody, man. And matter of fact, that's not working for a whole lot of people. Like, we just being real. It sounds good. It sounds real good to say, hey, man, I'm independent, man, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. It's some people that have made it to millionaires off being independent. But let's be honest. Let's just be real, man. Let's be real. You're going to have to tap into some kind of connection or some kind of vault that got more than you, better than you, higher than you, reach more people than you, know more official people that can connect you with something. They can put you in a room with one person and then boom, that can change your whole future motion. Or you can put yourself in a room with that person and change your future motion. And it used to be people that do this, and I don't really be seeing this no more. Artists rock with people on social media to go on their page and see what females is on their page so they can go and like the females on each other pages and stuff, that kind of game. But never rocking with that person to get a proper introduction to a connection that they can use. Like they go get the ex homeboys that really ain't got no knowledge in the game, that was just around. Or they go get the girls that's on the females and women that's on people's lists and these type of things and pop at them, but never learn how to access these people, build a relationship, and get a proper introduction to some connections that you can run with without that person even being involved. So, I look at it like, man, that's why I said the business, man. I think the game right now is watered down. I think the game then took a major blow, and the major blow is because a lot of us, and I'm just gonna put, I put myself, I ain't saying I do these things, but I'm gonna put myself in everything. Chasing the money, chasing the fame, chasing the clout, chasing the cars, chasing all of that type of stuff. It all sound good and it all look good. But at the end of the day, we still don't own what we should own. Artists are still not getting paid what they should get paid. Artists still not getting treated like they should get treated. Even the major industry artists is not really getting it like they should be getting it until they put themselves in those positions where they can. But if you ain't on that level, then pretty much, man, hey, if you think you winning, you still ain't winning. And that's what I done learned, man. Even you doing your thing out here, man, it's a bigger bag that you still missing. So I look at it as like whatever level you on, don't think you on a level to where you got it all. Or you got, or can't nobody tell me nothing, can't nobody show me another way because it's always a bag you missing.
There's always a bag that you're missing, and we've been in the game for damn near 20 years, yo, and we still learning. We're at a level
still learning, man.
Still learning. We're at a level where we ain't comfortable.
And I gotta say, big shout out to my Famo, man, Mr. So Heavy Ecstasy, man. If it wasn't for him, a lot of the game that I know, you know what I mean, he passed on to me. And that's why I said you got to get around some people that know the game. The first time I ever seen 30s, you did, was that man right there. You did, but far as in the game, he has passed on crucial information to me that I've been able to carry with me all this time and build on. And I think that's what it's really about, man. Like, depending on who is motivating you and inspiring you and planting them seeds in you, is gonna help you along the way. And if you don't got if you don't got those certain people in those key positions to go to, it's gonna make it that all much tougher. Not saying you can't do it, but it's a blessing, man, to have those type of people in your life that can plant seeds and they end up blossoming into so many wonderful things. That's the type of people I always say you want to go and network with, man. My bad, fam. I just had to put that out there because I don't want people thinking that I just know everything, man. I had to get taught too. Somebody had to teach me and had to pass game off to me too.
Right. And you got your big Famo. I want to say big shout out to my one of my closest friends. I went to college with him right down the road, hour down the road south in 69, Mr. Dwayne Whitmore. Mr. Dwayne Whitmore is a multi-millionaire. He's a Grammy Award winning producer. And we sat in our dorm rooms at Fort Scott Community College. And we talked about where our paths were at. This is in 2002. This is 22 years ago. And he still kicks out that game to me. And, we talk about this, how these artists are making this money. I mean, this man has worked with Chris Brown, Kelly Clarkson, the Jonas Brothers, Jason Derulo. A lot of these artists he has worked with, a lot of these artists that music we have listened to, he has wrote on their albums. And he's still teaching the game. This man has worked for Sony. This man has met a lot of people. He owns his own label and everything else too. And he's a multimillionaire. But guess what he told me? He said, I'm still learning. And I'm still learning. Yes, I got a movie getting ready to be filmed. Finish up August the 10th. But guess what I'm doing in the meantime while I'm filming this? Because I learned a lot. I learned a lot last year, despite what happened with my brother and everything else, which basically threw me off. I enrolled in one of the most prestigious film schools in the world, the Los Angeles Film School. Class starts June 3rd.
That's what's up.
I got a lot to learn.
What's up.
I'm
Salute.
learning from people like Tashi Thomas. I'm learning from people like Jaquay Valentine. You know, Tashi lives in L.A. He's from Kansas City. JD lives here in Kansas City. I'm still learning from Devon Bray. Y'all,
Say, I
I'm
ain't gonna
still
lie,
learning from
man. I'm
Devon
trying to
Bray.
come to KC, man, on the event, man. I gotta holler at the
Yeah,
big Famo, y'all, man. Let's put something together, man. I gotta come to KC, man, and get it in one time.
I
I
got this,
love KC. KC be on, hey, KC jerky. Stay
I got
jerky.
the big event. August 10th inside the Timeout Event Center in St. Joseph, Missouri. The motherfucker holds 3,000 people. Big shout to
That's
my
what's
main
up.
man, Dan Rapp. I'm watching Devon Bray
Big
basically
shouts out to the
make,
Braves, man.
make other filmmakers rich, teaching them the fucking game. Big shout out to Bobby Peoples as
Yeah.
well down in Las Vegas. He
Pioneer,
linked
man.
me in with
Yeah,
Lamar.
big
He
shouts out
linked
to
me
the
in with
peoples.
his partner, Lamar Bozeman, this year.
Yeah, the peoples, man. They
I'm
they some
learning.
they some good people,
They,
man.
they, 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 they some real good people. Big shout to my main man, Frank Wade, from C Spot Global. From Kansas City, lives in Las Vegas. It's the knowledge is this, people. What I've got connected me with these people. Big shout to Dice
And
as
it,
well.
yeah,
Because
man. I say
I
too,
was
man.
my
Stop
house
bad, y'all. I say, man, stop
where I
bashing
connected.
social media out there. Can you hear me, Fimo? I know
I can hear
I
you.
stepped into a different area. Okay, I know a lot of people be like, man, social media ain't the only place to post this and this, but I'm gonna speak for real personal right now, man. Like I used to not be a social media guy at all, man. Before I even moved to Kansas, I barely even had a MySpace, you know what I mean? And I think when I got to Kansas, everybody was tripping off the Moco space. But what I have learned and have seen, man, is everybody gonna trip off of what you do on social media. But if it's working for you, keep doing it and increase what it is. I wouldn't have some of the connections that I have if it wasn't for how hard I be going on social media. I'm just gonna be 100% honest, man. I can't attribute it to anything else other than them being able to see something that I said or did at the right time, at the right moment, and now they either rocking with me, they support, or we do business together. Some of them, man,
Mhm.
I've been told because of things they've read me post of how I view certain things is the reason what attracted them to me. Now that's just speaking for me personally, man. It might not work for everybody, but when it comes to social media, I don't really see posting too much or posting too less. I don't feel like it's a good thing, but everybody
No.
is gonna knock anything that's not working for them that's working for somebody else. So even though you might be super shy, you know what I mean, you might be a super shy person, keep pushing your work out there, keep pushing your art out there, keep pushing your poetry out there, keep pushing whatever it is that you're doing, keep pushing it out there. Barbers, man, keep pushing your haircuts out there, because guess what, man, at the right time and the right moment, that's gonna come across the right person, and that's where you win at, man. You don't win off of all the ones that's tired of seeing your stuff. You win off the people that look forward and enjoy seeing your stuff. And if you know me on
Me,
social media, man, I ain't gonna speak too much about me, but I'm just sharing this because these are things that can work for anybody. You ain't gotta be Houdini. You ain't gotta be David Blaine, right? These works for anybody when you apply pressure. Keep pushing, keep doing you. You're going to align with the people that you need to, and the people that need to align with you will, if you're putting yourself in that position, man. Again, I wouldn't have some of the connections that I have if they hadn't seen me on social media going hard. I've had people tell me, hey man, every day I look forward to you because I know you're gonna say something real, or you gonna speak raw about something, and I enjoy that. Like, different things. Everybody got whatever, but I'm just sharing this for me. Stop limiting yourself, because you never know who is watching and who is listening, man. Pay attention to your demographics, work your demographics, and expand.
that,
If you ain't been performing in California, guess what? You need some connections in California.
Mhm.
If you ain't got on a podcast in Kansas City, then guess what? You need to network in Kansas City. If you ain't did a show in Wichita, you from Oklahoma, guess what? You need to expand
You
your
gotta go to
networking
Wichita.
circle to some people in Wichita. Like that's the part of the game, man. The
Not
game
everybody
ain't
in
stay.
Wichita, but certain people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You find who you can find and work with. You know what best fits you. But with the royalties, it does no good if you're only getting them royalties from your friends and your family members. Everybody who's financially well off in this game did not get there just by the sacrifice and money of their friends and family members. You're gonna have to go work with that person that might be a jerk. To me, that's a compliment because we big jerking over here. But that person might just have somebody watching them that's looking for somebody like you. I don't know where the game went wrong at, but the game is to be everywhere you can, even when you can't be, because you just never know who gonna be there when you ain't. Now that's just me.
I'm
That's
gonna
just
tell
my
you.
little 2 cents, man. But
I'm gonna
y'all do
tell you
what
what
you
the
want to
game went.
do. I'm gonna keep
I'm gonna
this
tell you what the
jerking
game went
going.
left. Let's see what the game went left. For people like you and me, to where we're at, there's a lot of motherfuckers that we had in our circle that basically wanted to shake hands with us, rub hands with us, basically gain a little bit of knowledge, but yet they ain't got no damn
Yeah,
clout and try to think
true.
that they can do what we do.
I got
And
you.
we
I
see
got you.
results. They can't. It's like you can't do what I do. And
Yeah.
and I tell people the reason why you can't do what I do is because you don't know what I know.
Like I've
And what
never
I
made a hit
know,
song.
I
You
never
feel
made a
me?
hit song.
Yeah, I've
But
never made a hit song, man. So I can't.
a
I
lot of
can't.
it. I
You
got a
know.
lot of damn a lot of comedy material. I got a lot of
Yeah.
comedic material. But what a lot of motherfuckers did not understand in 2020 when I came out with the Petty Murphy Project is that I went to fucking school for a journalism degree.
Yeah.
I have a
So that's a
fucking
lot different
journalism
too.
degree.
That's education, knowledge.
That's education and knowledge.
And the
And I
reason why I said I
basically
have never
knew.
made a hot song, man, is because even when I record,
Mhm.
I'ma ask YL or I'ma ask Jag, man, about the format, and whatever they tell me, I'm gonna trust them, and then that's what we gonna do. Or I call people like X, my Famo or whatever, but even when I record, man, I know that's not my area of expertise is making hit songs. So I
Mhm.
gotta go to the people who I know make great music and know what the hell they doing, so they could give me some pointers, man, so I could kind of put out something that's at least decent. You dig? So with
You know,
people, just
I
because
would say
your
that was
promoter
I would
ain't
say
the
that was
hottest, he might know some information or she might know some information. And real quick, big shouts out to all the women out there, man, that did, is getting they
definitely.
love on the DJing, the promoting, man, the artists. Man, I said this a few years ago. Well, actually, when I was in Wichita, Kansas, and it's beautiful to see all the women, man, getting they just do, getting their respects and getting their honor. Still a long way to go, but what I see now, man, has came a long way, and shouts out to all of them, man, because the ladies is running with the ball for real.
They are, and that's for real. And when we say this, people, is this: we may not know everything, but we have a network of people that do,
That do
and
for sure that
we're going to ask them questions. And what we're
for
going to
sure
do is
that.
this: I'm not going to just go ask the questions and then go right back to you. I'm going to bring you in. So that way, I
Mm-hmm.
get the information, you get the information. The
Yeah.
thing is that I like to, if you're going to ask me a question, I'm going to give you the answer one time. It's up to you to basically parlay this into something. Don't blame everybody else for your failure because everybody else has already progressed. It's that you are behind the learning curve. So basically, it's like this. As my uncle told me when I started this shit, shut the fuck up and learn. That's all you need to do. Shut the fuck up and learn the business. And my
I can
uncle and
feel
I
it.
had a conversation in Las Vegas. And me and my uncle had a conversation about this shit. And he's like, nigga, you have done. a whole bunch of shit. Why haven't you quit? And you know what I told him? I got a lot more to learn. I like learning, damn it. I like learning more than I like creating. Because if I learn what I want to do, it's easy for me to create for myself, but not only create for myself, but to create for others. And me doing this movie that will be finished August the 10th, like I told these artists that want to perform, yes, you know the financial details. Yes, there's the compensation, but I want them to understand that either you've got two options. You can either make short term money or you can create long term opportunities. Long term opportunities has put me in the position that I'm in. Once this is done, it opens up more doors. And the more doors that are open, the more keys and knowledge the mister, myself, and others can give to you. I ain't gonna walk you through. I ain't gonna push no walk you through like you're a baby. No, you're a grown ass adult.
Yeah.
The money's there. The
Yeah.
money's
Yeah.
there. And just like I said, what did Meech say? See it, touch it, obtain it. That's the same way with the money. In order to do all of that, you gotta learn the business.
That's
Same thing in
real.
the drug game.
That's
You
real,
gotta
man.
learn the business.
Man, that's what I say.
Now,
Learn the business, man. Learn the business, and big
learn the
thing too,
business.
man.
And
Uh,
also, think of the big thing I want to say. Not everybody is who the fuck they say in this business. Do your
true.
motherfucking research. Because there's a
Very
lot
true,
of
man.
motherfuckers that we know that fooled us. We ain't gonna get into it, but if they come at us, don't worry, we have that weapon on them. Not everybody is who the fuck they
Yeah.
say they are. That's real.
And you know, it's a lot of people out there, man, that's willing to work. You know what I mean? It used to be frustrating seeing people, you know what I mean, talk about, man, ain't no support out.
There's no support in their area and all this stuff too. There is support in your area. The problem is this: you need to go find the right people. And if you see the right people putting in the work, fuck what everybody else says about that person. Look at the other motherfuckers that are putting this work. Now, I got a lot of motherfuckers that hate me,
People
Famo.
in position that are steadily.
Mm-hmm. Famo's audio going on. I'm going to go ahead and continue. I got a lot of motherfuckers that hate me. But then again, I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers because I got 9 billion other people in the world that I gotta impress. And I'm not here to impress nobody. God didn't put me here on here to impress y'all. God put me on here to basically teach y'all the game, to basically learn the game and on that path. We're having some audio issues with Famo, with the Mister. So we're gonna get this off of here. We're gonna end this here quickly. Hopefully Famo's wants to come back on here. I know he's having some audio issues, everybody else. But I do want to let y'all know we're gonna come back with Project Jerk, everybody. Project Jerk has been jerking. We're gonna do this again, everybody. Make sure you guys tap in with Famo Nation and Famo Nation Forever Radio. If you want to get your music heard on Famo Nation Forever Radio, just send your MP3 or WAV file and audio drop to choponiradio at gmail.com. Y'all already know the rules with me. You want to get your music heard, MP3, WAV file, YouTube link, music video, send it to the Petty Murphy Project at gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of big things is popping. I'm back with the Mister. I'm back with Deeper Entertainment. And I'm back to basically finish the motherfucking story. I'm going to tell y'all again. It's going down August 10th. Time Out Event Center. It's going down. Y'all do not want to miss it. But I got other shows coming up too. Make sure y'all are at the Famo Nation Forever compound. Saturday, July 20th. It's going down. I mean, we got Shauna Knapp. We got Hippie K. We got John the Poet, Smash Stacks, Keyshawn Watson, Big Flame, comedy from Peels, Dan Rathman, Josh Lynch, music from Sick and Twisted, special guests Attila STS, and a whole lot more. It's Most Hated War Games going down live at the Famo Nation Forever compound in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Tickets are available right now at $10 and it's $15 at the door and you get a free meal. It's going down, kicking up at 6 o'clock p.m. Until then, everybody, I'm Petty Murphy. And for the mister, we approve this message. Salute. We will see y'all next on the next episode of Project Jurkk. Don't forget, it's going down August 10th. Let's go. I'll see you later. Bye.